Sometimes a single, awful tragedy can just rip the curtain back on something hidden and truly dangerous. That's what we're digging into today. We're going to walk through the analysis of a complex and decentralized extremist network, what it is and how it works.
Okay, so let's get right into it. It all starts with this one cryptic detail. After a school shooting, this is what investigators found scrawled in the shooter's notebook. Just a number. And you might think, okay, what does that even mean? Well, that number, it's the key that unlocks a much, much bigger and darker story.
So what is 764? Answering that question is how we get from a single act of terrible violence to a sprawling global network that really thrives in the shadows of the internet. To understand what happened, we first have to understand what this number actually represents.
Right, so that number, 764, it really burst into public view right after the shooting. Almost immediately, people online started connecting the attacker to a satanic group that goes by the same name. And all of a sudden, this wasn't just a lone wolf attack anymore. That number suggested something way more organized was going on behind the scenes.
And that's pretty much exactly what the analysis tells us. This event wasn't some random one-off thing. It was a symptom, a violent symptom of a much deeper problem. A network that is literally designed to inspire this exact kind of violence, all while looking like it's completely disconnected.
But here's the thing. It turns out 764 is just one piece of the puzzle. The source material maps out this entire ecosystem of interconnected neo-Nazi Satanist groups. So let's try to unravel this web and break down who the major players actually are.
Now, the network structure is probably its biggest strength. It doesn't have a single leader or some big headquarters, which makes it incredibly hard to take down. It's more like a constellation of little groups and online channels, all linked by a few key influencers who spread the propaganda and keep the whole thing alive, even when some of their channels get shut down.
And this table here really lays out the main players for us. At the very center, you've got the Order of Nine Angles, or O9A. They're like the ideological mothership. Then, orbiting them, you have groups like the Atomoffen Division and all its various offshoots. And then there are affiliates like the Temple of Blood. And finally, these purely online cells like 764 and CVLT.
So what's the belief system that's fueling all this violence? What do these groups actually believe? The analysis shows it's not just random anger. It's a structured and, frankly, toxic ideology, a kind of cocktail of neo-Nazism, occultism, and just a raw desire to see the world burn.
Okay, at the heart of it all is this concept called accelerationism. And the goal here, it's not to win an election or get a law passed or anything like that. No, the goal is to tear down the entire system, governments, society, all of it, through terrorism and chaos. They believe a